I don't know about you or the ladies, but I'm very happy to see the weekend. This week has tried me. So I'm happy to say welcome to the Friday edition of Jasiri. Today's show is a mix of glitz, grits, and all the drama in between. First up, we're diving into the world of family secrets, societal pressure, and premium Owambe chaos. Yes, we're talking about the new movie Aso Ebi Diaries, and we're joined by the producer behind one of Nollywood's latest offerings. She's here to talk about the inspiration, the characters, and what this show says about modern Nigerian culture. But of course, it wouldn't be a Friday without our hot topics. From politics to pop culture, we're unpacking the headlines that have everyone talking, and maybe even a few that should be getting more attention. So settle in, it's Jasiri, and we're just getting started. But first.
Yes, first, let's step into the vibrant and the dynamic world of the newly released Aso Ebi Diaries. This is a film that's as much about fabrics as it is about family, friendship, and finding your way back when everything falls apart. Set in modern-day Lagos.
Village people.
I did tell you. Set in modern-day Lagos, Aso Ebi Diaries isn't just a movie. It's a cultural mirror. It's a rich blend of fashion, of scandal, of resilience and romance, all stitched together by an amazing producer. So from Hotel La Bamba to Mofewere.
Mofewere. Thank you.
Bon, merci beaucoup pour ça. She's known for powerful storytelling that centers African voices and experiences, with an all-star cast, breathtaking costumes, and a storyline that's both deeply personal and universally relatable. Aso Ebi Diaries is poised to be a cinematic event of the year. So, what do we do today on Jasiri? We go behind the scenes. Scenes, not scenes, to explore what this film means, how it was made, and why it's already getting people talking. Blessings.
That said, joining us now is Laide Daramola, also known as Lady Laide. Lady Laide. She's also a dynamic media executive, filmmaker, and senior project manager. Now, with an impressive portfolio spanning NASA and the U.S. Department of State, she combines her passion for media with her astute project management skills. She has established successful ventures in both the United States and in Nigeria. Lady Laide, welcome to Jasiri.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm particularly excited because anybody that is a producer, I suck up to them.
Yeah. You suck up to everybody. She's very shameless.
Yes, I do everything.
Don't worry, we're best friends already.
Yeah, we're so close, everybody. Anyway, when I heard your profile, I'm like, okay, let's start from NASA to Nollywood. Yeah. That's like a... No, let's NASA, we're talking aeronautics, we're talking out of space, we're talking out of space, Nollywood film.
Okay, and that should be a movie title.
That's a lot. That's like different. Yeah. And aside from the fact that they both start with the letter N, those seems to be the only thing that puts them together because every other thing, the world's apart. Please explain yourself. What happened? Was it a life moment? You were hit by a meteor or a comet?
Yeah, so in my undergrad, I was actually studying film to be a filmmaker. But my Nigerian parents said that you can only do that if you study computer science as well.
Nigerian parents.
Wow. So I did 2 degrees in 5 years. And then life found me.
Hold on. 2 degrees in 5 years. How did you do the math?
Oh, it was a program at the university I went to. So you can select 2 degrees and instead of 4 years, you could do it in 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a double major.
You did
double major. Yes, exactly. And so, life happened and I had to get a real job and think about bills and all those type of things.
Yeah.
So I kept pursuing IT and programming and things like that. But during COVID, I had a life-changing moment. My daughter had a bone marrow transplant and we were isolated and I just had a lot of time to think. And was money my major priority or fulfilling purpose? And so in that time, I said, you know what, I'm going to start pursuing my filmmaking. I've known I was a filmmaker since I was 14 years old, and I was very vocal about it. So I started my first project. It failed, and then I started again, and we made Hotel La Bamba. And so I continued working full-time while managing, filming here in Nigeria. And then eventually, a year and and a half ago, I decided to do it full time.
Wow.
So I'm in it, and I'm not going anywhere.
What was that tipping point that made you say, I'm going to do this full time?
I realized that most of my attention was in the films that I was making. Aso Ebi Diaries is actually our 10th production.
10th? Wow.
Yes. So, you know, it was taking away from, you know, the work that I was doing elsewhere. So I really needed to just focus and do what
And that's where your heart is, really, your
Absolutely,
passion is.
absolutely.
You can't really...
Multitask. Stop
No.
it. Which one? Ask. Go ahead.
Does it really mean you can't really cheat and two? Like, you can't really love two people at the same with the same gusto?
At some point, you have to decide.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
let's leave it at that.
So we'll leave it at that. Okay, let's talk about Aso Ebi Diaries now.
Yeah.
So this is a movie that's packed with heart, humor, and high society drama. I love it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I love. And at the end of the day, it's really my kind of story. So Laide, tell us what inspired the story and why did it seem it was important to tell particularly now?
Okay, so I moved to Nigeria in 2007. I had never lived in Nigeria before. And I was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. I just thought that, you know what, I'm starting over. I need to build a community. So I made some friends, and they'd love to party. And they would take me to all these parties. We buy Aso Ebi with a press, with our makeup and jewelry and styles. And so I was actually, while we were shooting Hotel Abamba, we came back one day, and I was just telling some stories about... one day we went to Yaba. From Yaba, we changed Aso in the car and went to Ikeja for another wedding. They're like, this should be a movie. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And so that's how the film was born, really. Wow. Just reminiscing on all the craziness that's happened here in Nigeria.
What's your, would you say the worst or your best or your craziest Aso Ebi experience?
I don't think I've had, well, there was one time we went to a party, so we had seen on social media.
You're already laughing.
We had seen on social media that the Aso was out, and so a girlfriend of mine, I'll keep her nameless, so I can carry the shame all by myself. She called me, she's like, Laide, how are we going to go to this party? And I'm like, I don't know, let me see if so-and-so knows her. So I called a girlfriend of mine, I was like, do you know about this party? She's like, yeah, how much is the Aso? She told us the amount. I said, me, I want the whole package, times 3. There are 3 of us. And we got the Aso. We didn't even know the girl. We didn't know the bride. We didn't know the bride. We did photo shoots. We had our makeup done. We even changed for after party.
So this is actually not the video you're seeing, but I just wanted to let you know that Laide herself is an Aso Ebi Belle. What do we call it? Is it Belle?
Bella. So where did you sit? Friends of groom, friends of bride?
We said friends of bride.
Oh my God, the things women get to do.
Yeah.
But those are parties that end up being the sweetest.
No, we had such a great time.
I'm telling you, parties
The
are the
pictures are
sweetest
timeless
parties.
on my timeline.
These 2 people, they belong together.
I love it.
I'm an Ijebu girl, and Owambe is not my thing like that.
And
I would only MC the event, but when it comes to, except it's someone that's close to me or something close-knit, I hardly would just jump out and go for.
But we have a picture of you in Aso. Well, not maybe Aso Ebi per se, but dressed up. If my
And
producers
if you
would
have
please.
to wear it, Lolo, you wear it.
I wear it with grace, you know how I do these things.
The person that's talking now is single Aso Ebi picture. I don't. We could not
Are you talking?
Not a single one we could find on you.
I know that, listen, in Lagos, in Nigeria, but especially...
I said we do our work here.
So how do you do this?
Because it's needed to be
long
done.
time ago. Oh my God.
I've never seen you in this kind of a zombie.
Except for Catherine.
No, I listen.
We will remedy this year. If I have to buy you that,
I struggle with. I think it's the plenty. No, guys, I'm not even. Listen, I'm not doing it to thank anybody. It's the plentiness of everything, and I think Cameroonians, because we don't really do Aso Ebi like that. So
we'll teach you.
Your Cameroon, but what about your Nigerian side?
That's the thing.
You have to.
Yeah, we have to bring that to your Nigerian side. I will give you a show, okay? Gele. Wow. I'll even make it into auto gele.
Don't die.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue.
All right, so we know that, Aso Ebi is a thing
Yes.
in Lagos in this part, and like we said here, the one you're not invited to is the sweetest. But the film celebrates Aso Ebi not just as a fashion, but as a symbol of unity.
Yes, absolutely.
And you said that someone said, oh, this should be a movie, but if you are moving from Yaba to somewhere else, to let's just be crashing these weddings. So for me, my question would be, how did you get the script writer to translate your idea into film? And then what does tradition mean to you personally?
Okay, with the script writer, I send a lot of voice notes. I am a voice note queen. So I anytime I think of something, I send a voice note. I had already worked with her before, Frances Okeke. She did Hotel Abamba for me, so she kind of knows how I think. And so when she, translates the voice notes, I'm very specific in the scenarios that I see on screen. And so she was able to translate that from the first draft. I think we had 3 or 4 drafts, and we made it what it was. And what does Aso Ebi symbolize to me? For me, it was quite important that I have friends here in Nigeria and all over Africa, even in the United States, that follow our culture but are not exactly sure why we do what we do.
Yeah.
For example, one of my girlfriends, she's very American, she's a preacher all over the world, but when she was getting married at 47, she wanted Aso Ebi and she wanted to be sprayed. She was very specific.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's true. They're fascinated. That's the spraying part
So
of
this
things.
film is not only for us in Nigeria or West Africa, but it's for everyone all over the world to really understand that Aso Ebi was created for unity, to show that, you're supporting your family. Obviously with every good thing there comes bad, right? And so that there's that aspect where we overindulge, overspend. There's the aspect where people put money on top to, pay for their events. We cover
Or
all
go into debt.
Or go into debt,
Or borrow clothes and jewelry.
Let's not talk about
let's
that.
not talk about it. So, I mean, we address all these things in the film, and it's a mirror of what's happening now.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what people really enjoy when they watch the film, that we were able to deliver it in the most comedic way.
Because it is grounding. It's how would I put it? Emotionally grounded, and then it's glamorous at the same time. So in other words, it's tasteful.
Yes, absolutely.
So and then you got to the tastefulness part of it by voice notes. By saying, as in, I can imagine saying that you
but
get an
I'm
idea.
always-
Yeah.
but voice notes are the way forward.
Okay, so I mean, this movie is a star-studded movie. The cast, you've got Shafi Bello and Nancy Usime. You've got Kule Remy, Buki Rai, Chizzy Alichi. You've got Kiki, Daniel Etimefio, Daniel. You've got a lot of them. Kalu, Fadikemi, Lumidia Luko, and tons of them. I remember when, I think I saw it when they were teasing the movie. I just started seeing Aso Ebi. I'm like, whose wedding now? I didn't know it was a movie, So I want to ask you whether you pictured their faces for the movie, but I think we have a break now. So just put that in mind. When we come back, we'll talk about the cast.
Okay.
All right, we still have our guest Laide Daramola with us, and we're talking about the movie that has got everyone talking, basically. And I was talking about the cast, and I was asking whether you pictured their faces for the roles that they had. There are movies like that, like when you think of a role, you're like, this is the person for the role. So did that happen, or did you just like give it a try with the cast that you saw?
So we had numerous meetings with myself and Biono Stevens, who's our amazing director, and Taiwo Ademoye, who is my co-producer. And so we'd sit down and say, oh my goodness, who does this character looks like? And so we had plan A, plan B for every role. And luckily for us, we were able to get all our plan A's. Yeah.
Wow.
So the film came out exactly how we visioned it with the cast. Yeah.
So I think what caught me, I think I was strolling one of the social media platforms and there was a particular trailer and it was Nancy Sime, Kiki, and I can't her name, Chizzy. And the three of them were wearing Aso Ebi and they were strolling. I was like, this is looking like my kind of movie. And then I saw this and I was like, this is really interesting,
Yes. The costume design in Aso Ebi Diaries is stunning. Oh, Nigerians, I don't know how we do it, but even other African countries attest to the fact that our fashion is top notch. Aso Ebi is a Yoruba word that basically means family cloth. For those who don't know, and we are telling it to you now, Aso Ebi is about togetherness, but it also comes with politics, pettiness, and pageantry. How does the film explore the double-edged nature of Nigerian social life? Because everything is intertwined. We know how to do everything in one single swoop.
Oh, we definitely highlighted that in the film. You see the pettiness, you see the pageantry, the style, and I think the most creative thing is that we wove it with an incredible story. So, you know, people have the perception that this is just all about party, you know, but it's not. It's about love, it's about family, it's about coming together after everything breaks down, you know. So we did our best to really showcase, you know, all these angles to get a robust story of Aso Ebi.
All right, Laide, we have to take a quick time out right now. We have some breaking news happening that's taking us to the nation's capital. We're hearing that the sole administrator for Rivers State is appearing before the House Committee answering questions on the state of emergency in Rivers. So we're going to that live. And as we told you, we're seeing the sole administrator for River States before that committee in the National Assembly, but they have now gone into an executive session. But you will have the updates of what we know as soon as we know it right here on News Central. Our guest is still Laide Daramola, and we're looking at Aso Ebi Diaries and all the conversation around it. Aso Ebi, as Ola was saying before we went on that quick break, was, you know, it's family cloth. Aso Ebi. Ebi is family in Yoruba. And so it's something that was done to support the family, particularly for grand occasions, ikoma, weddings, funerals. Even if you want to do an 80th now, we take Aso Ebi for almost anything. And Aso Ebi has permeated, has moved from just being a Yoruba tradition to something that is now considered almost a Nigerian culture. And it's beautiful to see. And you talked about your friend who wanted to do Aso Ebi, wanted to be sprayed. Do you guys remember the wedding that was trending recently? I don't know if it was in Abuja, the white couple that did a Nigerian wedding.
I don't even think it was in Nigeria.
I don't think it was in Nigeria.
But the theme
was themed Nigerian. Everybody had to be it was beautiful to see.
Orange, it was so
It was so colorful.
Yeah.
So it tells us how far and wide our culture is going, especially even with fashion. And that's something you've been known for, Laide, is telling culturally rooted stories with global appeal. So how do you balance staying true to the African identity, to the Nigerian identity, while also reaching an international and global audience?
I think for me, growing up, I was always told that being Nigerian was special. You know, when you go to school and, you know, you're with diverse cultures, some cultures can drown out who you feel you are. And so it was a goal for me that in any story that I'm telling, I stay true to my Nigerianness and my West Africanness, and I share it in the most beautiful way. And so, like, from Crossroads of the Heart to Hotel Abamba to Aso Ebi Diaries, where we are now, it was thought about intentionally to promote Africa, to promote our people, to promote culture, to promote love, family, and to decency, and to give the best quality and not skip out or, you know, try to be cheap in doing it. And so we put the best effort, and I continue to do that, and I pray that it will pay off very soon.
Lola, you were asking the question about what's Aso, the background into this story before we went for that break. I don't think we touched on that.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people do not know that before you talk about Aso Ebi, there must be a major story. Something is happening. That's why everybody in the family is gathering together.
Yeah.
So what kind of intrigue are we expecting? You know, because before they say Aso Ebi, there must be somebody in the family that's about to do something. Maybe housewarming, wedding, naming. You know, what are the intrigues? You know, something that make people like, oh my God, go home.
Yeah, so like we cover a bunch of events in the film, and in
it's not just one event.
No, it's not.
Wow.
We have a Hausa event, Igbo event that you see briefly, and then, you know, our Yoruba culture is highlighted as well. And so, you know, the story is actually a love story. You know, everybody loves a good love story, and
Especially when there are two men involved.
there were two men involved,
Fighting over a girl.
and, you know, trying to show each other off. So we balance the love story with what's happening around, and I think what we came up with is beautiful in the most unique way.
All right, Laide, before we let you go, do you ever feel a burden? Because especially with the arts now, what we've seen is that, I say the words, in spite and despite government and everything that happens, it's Nigeria's creative sector that is selling Nigeria, be it Afrobeats and music, to Nollywood, to fashion, to even now our tech industry. Those are the ambassadors. Do you ever feel a pressure to paint things nice, even when they're not always nice, to be like this ambassador who only shows the good side? And what do you think the power of film could be and is for a country like Nigeria?
As much as I love Nigeria, like I said, I came to Nigeria because of my passion for the country. I think it's quite important as a creative to show both elements to be true. Film and storytelling has always been a mirror of society. And once we start trying to dampen or bend to what would be approved by government, then we're losing our creative factor. And so for me, it's quite important that we continue to show things as it is, respectfully, but be true to the people. They deserve to know the truth. And so for every filmmaker, every creative that's out there, even in the music that we're listening to around the world, I feel that our artists are being true to what they see here in the society and addressing it. And so in my films, I'm addressing it and I'm showing it as it is.
All right, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much, Laide.
Thank you.
I have one quick last question.
Sneak it in very quickly.
No, I just want to ask. So, are you going to stick nicely to the genre of drama and love stories? Are all your movies love stories, or
No, they're not all love stories, but we have a few things in the works.
Okay.
I've only talked about it once, but I have a new film called Freeing Farida. It's shot in Nigeria, UK, and Atlanta, Georgia. It's a big film, Hollywood, Nollywood type of project, and it's a real drama and action film. So you guys can expect that from Lady Laide Studios.
We'll take that. Somebody who did a movie called Mofe Weary. What do you expect? I married a crazy person or a mentally unstable person.
Okay, girl. So I see that you're it's okay.
It's on YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna go find it.
Okay, Laide Daramola, thank you so much for joining us on Jessiri, and I'm definitely heading to the cinemas. Thank you for bringing these beautiful stories that celebrate our cultures, our perspectives to the big screen, and we definitely look forward to what happens next after Aso Ebi Diaries, and I'm sure it's going to be something very Nigerian as well. All right, we're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, we ask Nigerians about the experiences with Ponzi schemes. We have the latest on CBEX scandal and much more. So this is Jessiri. We'll be right back. You're still live with us on Jessiri, and we're going straight to the hot topics now. And speaking of scabs, even if I didn't speak of it before, CBEX still leaves a horrible taste in the mouth of a lot of Nigerians. Now, we do have an update on the scandal, but before that, we had earlier talked about the movie industry, and if you missed that, then you missed a lot. Anyways, CBEX, let's go back to CBEX because I'm very interested in talking about CBEX. Now, I'm sure that you have heard the story of people who have gotten scammed, the people who are falling for it, and this is not the first. There's so many other instances, I think starting from 2017, the MMMs and things like that, and even people on this table are not so innocent. But God bless it.
Let's talk about it.
I just had to do that
because we cannot sit here and do like the only thing everybody is falling for a scam before. It's only a job that they have scammed me. I didn't pay me because we started with 10K and it reached my turn. I did not collect my money. But you see,
How did you not collect the money?
I don't know.
But you know, I've done a job for like 8 years and it has never faltered.
Yes, this was the did. I remember we did on radio too, yeah. But I didn't talking a job. We're talking scam.
I didn't.
Ponzi.
I raised my hand though. I raised my hand from the
Even though, even after though, even but though.
So let's give you the updates because on Thursday, the Federal High Court in Abuja ordered the arrest and remand of 6 promoters of the collapsed CBEX platform over the alleged $1 billion. $1 billion. Okay, we heard the 1.3 trillion. Cryptocurrency scam that targeted Nigerian investors. Now, presiding over the case, Justice Emeka Nwete granted the order following an ex parte motion filed by the EFCC. The motion named Adefowora, Abiodun, Olanipekun, Emmanuel Oku, and 4 others as defendants. And according to the FCC, the accused individuals used a company called ST Technologies to promote CBEX platform, luring Nigerians to invest in what turned out to be a fraudulent scheme.
Yeah, EFCC counsel Fadila Yusuf told the court that none of the funds were held in Nigerian bank accounts. Instead, the victims were instructed to convert their digital assets into a cryptocurrency known as USDT, which was funneled into wallets controlled by the suspects. Yusuf added that the uncovering of the full scope of the organization's activities will take time due to the sophisticated and decentralized nature of its operations. Although ST Technologies is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, Yusuf clarified that the company was not licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, that's SEC, to promote investment activities.
And so we've given you the updates on this story. There's a story we really want to get to, and I'll just say this. It's really quite important for people to note that there's actually legislation that prohibits people, celebrities and co, from advertising or from promoting these platforms. We all know Adenike Oyetunde Lawal. She had posted one of the investigative pieces about this and posted about a young lady. The young lady entered her DM and was like, please, you should take this down. I'm only a young lady trying to make ends meet, that I didn't know anything about it, that I made money from it, early investor, and that I just wanted to tell other people. Auntie, if SEC wants to pursue you, they can pursue you. Yeah. People need to realize that there are consequences for promoting this. And even if you go on the EFCC page, they've arrested one guy who's doing land fraud. They've arrested another guy who's doing some kind of... So there are scams. It's not just the Ponzi schemes, it's the real estate schemes, it's so many other different...
There was this guy that did this land scam. It was so harrowing because he scammed a lot of market women. You know that they say you can pay little by little to get a portion of land, and it never happened.
It's sad.
All right, we have to move things along because, like we said, we have to get to a story. So let's get right into it. This story is right up
our alley. Okay. Now this story is right.
You can't understand.
It's a conversation that spans borders, intellectual property, and the power of public platforms. Nollywood actress Bimbo Ademoye recently expressed her frustration over Ghanaian TV stations airing her movies without permission or any compensation. For her, it's not just about the money, it's about the ownership, respect for creative work, and the right to control how our art is to be shared. It seems something differently. Ghanaian media personality Ms. Debbie responded to Ademoye with a strongly worded video. Let's take a look at the video.
Ademoye, I'll mention your name because as it speaks now you get new film. You are the one with the new movie. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to watch it. I've watched it. It's a good movie. Cool. But yes, what's happening? This whole PR stunt mentioning Ghana with the, oh, stop showing it. We don't want money. All those things. Give me a break, girl. Give me a break. I don't blame you. It is the Ghanaian television stations that I blame because they themselves, over 80% of what's on their television stations is Nigerian consumption. And they are promoting Nigeria, but yet their senses, they don't have it. Some of us that they know us to, when they call us free, that is what they want. I don't blame you. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I don't. With all your movies, you have watermarked them. So anytime they are showing these movies, they're actually doing adverts for you people. They're actually promoting Nigeria. They're always promoting Nigeria. So you calling them out, your copyright and all, I understand. No problem. At the end of the day, in the movies, when you watch them, they promote you. And we come and we watch it. Do you understand what I'm saying? We look at it. So here is it. Since you are giving the message, it was the same thing Omoni did before she dropped at Alugo. She said the same thing and she dropped it. When she dropped it, all happened. Yes, baby. Hold on. My baby is calling me. I'll be back with part 2.
She said let me explain. She said she'll be back with part 2. No. And she's done part 2, part 3, part 4, because Nigerians camped in her mentions calling her out. And up to even yesterday, she's still on this stance. So she's claiming that it is about the Ghanaian TV stations that are promoting Nigerian content over Ghanaian content.
I said, actress and producer Omoni Oboli was the one to first recently call out Nigerian TV and Ghanaian TV stations after her film Love in Every Word was first released on YouTube. And even now, after the movie has racked up record-setting numbers, on Instagram, she called out the piracy of a film, Twin Deception, by Ghanaian TV stations. She wrote, "My movie, Twin Deception, released on my YouTube channel on Friday, was shown by TV station same Friday. I'm going straight to Ghanaian president this time, because this is now a disgrace." Ghanaian Minister of Communication has responded to Ademoye's post, saying that his attention had been drawn to her post and that he would be raising the issue with the minister responsible for overseeing television content. He also assured her that the Ghanaian government is very respectful of intellectual property rights and would ensure the protection of same.
All right, so let's take reactions before.
Why am I laughing?
No, I'm wondering why the girl is
Let's be talking.
He's spinning hair.
Is it that he's spinning hair? Actually.
Spinning hair.
But the thing is that social media makes people just talk anyhow. Instead of you to call out your TV station, this is somebody's intellectual property. I have a film coming out on birthday too. I have film on my YouTube. You pay to do it. You pay actors. You do this, you do that. That's why a lot of us watermark our movies, so that if you want to play it, at least they know where you got it from. But how can you be profiting? You are profiting. Everybody showing it on their TV station. They are profiting from it. People will go there, they'll drive numbers, they'll do this, they'll do that. And you're expecting them to keep quiet while other people... That is piracy. Yes, it's something that you should be able to sue them for.
It's something you should be ashamed of. So yes, your call out is to Ghanaian TV stations, but somehow you felt it necessary to drag,
still drag down,
to drag her, to insult her unnecessarily,
it's not
and then come down and double that. I said she did part 2, part 3, part 4. I'm very sure part 5 will come out today.
And Nigerians came for her in full.
You know, Nigerians don't. We don't
have joy.
Let's take reactions, guys. Now, okay.
I'm ready for this one.
Yep. I plead with you to apologize to Bimbo Ademoye because it's her sole ownership and property. If she says this is what she detests, so be it. Even if Instagram takes down pages that that post copyrighted goods or content, and it's something you're aware of, don't make this about engagement on your page. What is wrong is wrong. We Ghanaians are peacemakers.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you.
You are promoting theft without even knowing it. She knows it. She knows. She's trying to
looking for clouds.
If you watch her movies on a Ghanaian station, she gains nothing. They should stop making people's work go in vain. That's why it's on YouTube. Go there and watch it. If we all watch on these stations, how does she make her money? Please, let's be truthful. My dear, you're wrong. You don't steal from people and say you're helping them. In what way? Did they ask that you show them? These people put in a lot of work, and so you need to seek their consent, okay? Do you also know that these so-called, these called TV channels make money by showing this movie? Sponsored adverts? Have you thought about that? I'm a Ghanaian living in Nigeria, and I can tell that our industries cannot put in the effort Nigerian producers do. So stop promoting theft. I like it as Ghanaians. Okay, Bimbo herself replied, I'm appalled by your level of ignorance. You set ring light to say what exactly? I spent my hard-earned millions to shoot a movie, put it on my channel and hope to make returns from views. Someone picks it up without my consent, posts it on their platform, makes money off of it, which makes me lose millions because those views could have gone to my channel, and you have the audacity to say they're promoting me? Promoting me by stealing from me? Are you kidding me? Do you have a job, ma'am? I've been trying to be calm about this whole thing, but if you want to bring division between Nigeria and Ghana, then let's go. Stop showing my movies on your TV stations. I said what I said. I've always loved Ghana. Matter of fact, it was my second home at some point when growing up. Osu, Oxford Street, near Papaya to be exact. So Bimbo, of course, as we said, she tagged Sam George in this, one of the ministers. He's replied that they're going to look into it. And at the end of the day, it's just about respecting people's content. And again, I think one other thing is people think that views equal money. They think that the amount of views you have is the amount of money you make. It is not so.
I know how much a lot of people, if you don't know the math or you don't know the business side of film making, don't talk. A lot of people will call out the likes of Funke, the Omonis, the Bimbo Ademoye. Do you know what it takes to be a movie producer, especially in these times? Tolu, if you do not make over 300 million at the cinema, you are in debt. Quote me. Because you take out the money you used to shoot, you take out your distributor's money, you take out cinema money, if you don't have investors, how about, so what do you think is going to be left?
Yeah. So I think it also points to why we see so many more Nollywood people going into YouTube.
Yes.
Because it cuts out a lot of the middlemen. It cuts out a lot of the people that you have to pay along this route. But it doesn't mean that you don't have expenses. So then you're paying people like she's paying people like a Kule Remy, a Daniel Etim Effiong to be in the movie. And just because it's YouTube doesn't mean that they might necessarily reduce the amount they're going to charge you. Then you have to put it up. You have editing, you have to put it up. You still have all of that. But YouTube does not pay people in Nigeria or platforms here the same amount. You can range anything from I think it starts from 1,000 views. So there's a benchmark. There are requirements and criteria for before you start making some level of money. And it's on cents. So it's not, is it per dollar? Are you making dollars?
Well, you make per dollar, but even before you even make it to go, and if you even do advertising on your page, you don't make money from it. You get views, you get maybe subscription. They'll put eyes on it for you, but it doesn't translate to money. So it's only if you have organic watch that you can make some money. And for those that are even making, and you know now, it has become an all-comers affair. Because everybody is there.
Making movies.
So that means if eyes are not on your page, my sister, all your money, your investment is sitting down there. You're not making any money from it.
I really hope we see some kind of conclusion with this.
I even wonder, even this one, I think Bimbo should slam them with a lawsuit. No, if you don't shake some of these people, because that TV station has made some money, and none of it has translated to her. Please carry my own movie so that I can sue you. I need the money.
Oh my God. We have to go.
We should be going. Anyway, catch us.
Wait, before we go, you're all dressed up in...
I was going to just give them information that your girl is going to be...
Yes, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Please go on.
Catherine, you look so beautiful. Yes, Catherine is going on some TV station to do whatever in French. Je suis français, spoko. But guys, you know we've been all over town. We've been telling you every day. If you care to listen and you're watching any of us, you know that Jasiri girls are all over Lagos. We're on billboards, we're on TV, we're on buses, we're everywhere. So if you are not watching News Central, that means you don't like authentic news. You want to be a peddler of fake news. But here, if you say anybody asks you, just say, News Central, no. I want to support authentic, you know that kind of thing. But we're having a road show today, and it's going to be a fun time. I am going to be on the streets of Lagos. From Oshodi to CMS to Aja, and the entire route along. I'm not just coming, though. You see me, you take pictures. At the same time, you're going to be getting gifts from News Central. Would you want to wear this kind of original t-shirt? Sell your mango. Sell your mango in it, but we are really promoting. We want you guys to know that we're on GoTV channel 23. Why? We're making the news accessible to you so that everybody can get access to great news, to wonderful coverage, beautiful programs, you know, at your fingertips. It's easy for you to access. So that's why we're telling everybody to focus on us at this time.
So catch Lolo in town. Catherine, please take us out.
Okay, so from couture chaos to cultural commentary to this episode.
It has been chaotic.
A big thank you to the brilliant mind behind Aso Ebi Diaries, Laide Daramola, for taking us behind the glamour, the gossip, and the heart of one of Nollywood's most anticipated movies of the year. And of course, our hot topics didn't disappoint. Whether it's the headlines or the hemline, just is where the real stories unfold. As always, we're here to ask the questions that matter, spotlight the voices that move us, celebrate the storytellers shaping our culture. Until Monday, stay bold, stay jellyfished, stylish, and stay...
And it's my birthday on Sunday.
Happy birthday. It's okay. Let's just wish you happy birthday.